Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to today's webinar, which is about the latest Sitefinity 9.2 release, as well as about our new cloud-based offering called DigitalFactory. My name is Anton Christoph, and I will be your host today. I am the Director of Product Marketing at Progress, responsible for Sitefinity and DigitalFactory. Just a little bit about me. I've been working on the Sitefinity platform in different roles for more than 7 years now. And if you ever want to get in touch with me and ask me a question, feel free to reach me on Twitter at Anton Christoph. And for today's agenda, we will start with a background of the release to see what got us to this point. I will then give you an overview of the new features in Sitefinity 9.2 and show you a demo of some of them. Then I'll talk about some of the digital transformation market trends that we see in the industry and see how those trends impacted our decision to release the Progress DigitalFactory offering, and then I will address as many questions as I can towards the end. I will also show you a demo, by the way, of the DigitalFactory, so stay tuned. In terms of housekeeping, all your lines are muted and it will remain so throughout the webinar. Recording and slides will be made available later, either by the end of the day today or tomorrow. And during the webinar, you can ask your questions using the webinar widget, or if you have a question, you can just post it on Twitter anytime. Down at the bottom on my slides, you will notice that I have a hashtag Sitefinity or hashtag DigitalFactory that you can use to ask questions on Twitter. And if you want to find more information about the Sitefinity release, just go to sitefinity.com. All right, so with every release, we have 3 different user stakeholders that we need to balance and address. Those are the marketers, developers, and administrators. So for us, when we plan a release, it's super important that we can deliver value to all of these users to help solve a specific business problem. So back in March, on March 22nd, we released Sitefinity 9.0, which was our first major release of the year in Q1. And that release brought a lot of features for marketers, developers, and IT administrators, such as improved single view of the customer, the ability to run personalization campaigns and measure the success of those campaigns. We added multilingual support for digital assets and the ability to support complex forms that can span across multiple pages. For developers, we improved the ability to build websites using the latest ASP.NET MVC technology and added a new API, which is a RESTful Web Services API based on the OData standard. We furthermore improved our support for continuous delivery and introduced a new user interface theme for the CMS administration. Then the team was hard at work throughout the rest of the year. So in May, on May 19th, we released Sitefinity 9.1, which was a smaller release compared to 9.0, but nevertheless, we still released features across the board. We made it easier for marketers to create and publish content across websites and mobile applications. And then for developers, again, we improved the MVC development experience, as well as the ability to synchronize website changes and content from staging to production environment using our site synchronization capabilities. We added support for synchronizing personalization segments as well as personalized pages. And the reason this release was not as big as the previous one is because we were working on a lot of complex and big features, as well as improving the product performance and fixing a lot of bugs throughout the year. Which led to the Sitefinity 9.2 release, which was made available on October 4th. And that release has a lot of new features and capabilities. On the surface, it may not seem as much. However, underneath the hood, we've laid the foundation for what's to come in the future. So pay attention, because there's some really important things that will become the underlying mechanism, as well as the recommended best practice approach for doing things within the Sitefinity Digital Experience Cloud, as well as the content management system. All right, so some of the teams behind this release. Experience optimization is the team for marketers. We wanted to make marketers more productive and be able to do more with less. For website administrators and developers, the common theme behind the release was management, simplifying site management as well as the developer operations with continuous delivery support. And then for developers, mainly who are at the center of this release, we have the agility team, which is increasing the ability to reuse components and reducing the time it takes to deliver a website or new functionality to market. In addition to those teams, the two main drivers behind the Sitefinity 9.2 release are popular demand and feedback from our customers and partners. Some of them are amongst yourselves. And again, the Progress DigitalFactory release, which we will see more later on. A lot of the things we built laid the foundation for the Digital Factory, and we'll continue to build upon them going forward. The main capability for marketers in this release is the ability to leverage machine learning to automatically discover important customer interactions, or some people refer to them as micro moments that attribute to conversion, so that marketers can focus on optimizing those micro moments and increasing the conversion rates. We call this feature Touchpoints Discovery, and it's very useful when you have a large website with a lot of pages, content, assets, landing pages, and so forth. Our algorithms would analyze all the visitors' interactions with the website and highlight important landing pages, for example, that may be attributing to conversion that you need to focus on and start optimizing, or they may highlight, let's say, a section of the website, such as the downloads area, that perhaps if you improve the experience of this downloads area, you're going to bring more people to convert depending on where you want to take them. So with this release, we've also addressed one of the most requested features, which is revision history for page templates, which allows you to quickly trace changes on a given website page back to a template. And then if you want, you can revert to a previous version of that template. In addition to the revision history, we are now adding support for a use case that some of our customers have. And this use case is when you have a template that's used by many pages, and you just want some of these pages to be able to make changes to a given widget within that template. Now you can make that widget so that it's editable by pages, and we hope that this is very useful in certain scenarios. Furthermore, we've added a new calendar widget that is based on the latest ASP.NET MVC technology, part of our Feather framework. And from a continuous delivery standpoint, we have looked at the typical scenario where you have to move website changes from development to staging to pre-production, then to production environment. And typically when you're moving changes to that website that involve configurations, oftentimes there's conflict within those configurations between the different environments, and it was a challenge that developers and IT administrators were running into. So with this release, we are streamlining the process for moving those configurations between environments by restricting the file-based configurations and making them configurable so that your production environment, for example, can be read-only when it comes to file-based configuration changes, and then moving some of the configurations to the database so that you can still make changes that are related to the content, such as like configuring a different type of widget and things like that. Those things can happen on a production environment, and all these configurations can be stored in the database. Now, when it comes to website performance, it's super important that all the time you've invested in continuously delivering new features and capabilities to the website to be able to optimize that website for the best performance. And this is where our website performance diagnostics capability comes into play, that we've significantly improved it with this release. We've split the profilers into several different ones. We have now separate HTTP request profiler, background tasks profiler, SQL queries profiler, as well as page compilations profiler. That way, You can run some of those profilers in a production environment to be able to collect this precious data within the production environment without having an impact on the overall website performance for the visitors. And this way you can analyze all the page requests and see whether there's a certain page that may be causing performance issues, or there's room for optimization just in general. And you can easily trace those performance optimizations to even like custom code and specific widgets within the page. So we hope that this would make it easier for developers to be able to diagnose certain performance issues and to be able to pinpoint the root cause of them and solve them before the website actually even goes to production. But in the cases where the website is already in production, you'll be able to run some of those diagnostics in a production environment with little risk to impacting overall performance. Now, let me switch gears here and show you a quick demo of some of those capabilities. Here we have a sample quantum website, which is a fictitious company that offers development and marketing services, professional services. Now, the marketing team wants to see if there is a certain page on this website or an asset that is contributing to conversions. And currently the way to do that is by guessing. Basically, guess which page may be important and start tracking that page to see what the analytics tell you, and then take action from there. But now with the latest capabilities that are part of our Digital Experience Cloud, we can help marketers become more data-driven without having to be data scientists or without having to do additional work. We believe that every marketer should have the superpowers of a data scientist without having to learn a separate field that has nothing to do with marketing in general. I mean, marketing should be data-driven as much as possible, but you don't need to be a data scientist to be a marketer who can do market assessment as well as targeting and deliver the right message to the right audience. Now, this new capability here, we have the conversions, touch points, integrations, different stats for our audience, such as the persona profiles of our audience, the top attributions of the different touch points to conversion. And if I go to the different conversions here on the left, we can take a look at let's say the website registration conversion. And this conversion currently looks at people who have submitted the website registration form. We can see our conversion rate, what it is, how it's been doing over time, and here is our top touch points that attribute to this conversion. Now, from here, you will see that there are several of them that we have no data for, and these are the ones that are discovered by the system. And if I go further down at the bottom, we have some recommendations on what we can do to optimize the conversion rate. But before even getting to the conversion rate and the recommendations, we want to look at the touch points. So looking at all the touch points, currently we have 18 that the system suggests to us. Some of them we already track and we can see how they've been doing over time. So 13 of them are tracked, but then the auto-discovered ones are the ones that the system has discovered that have converted in the last 3 months and then have certain attribution to the conversion relative to all the other touch points. So if we look at this one, the downloads area, people who go to the downloads area of the website actually go later on and register. So what we can do here is we can start tracking this touch point. Let's say downloads section. We can create this touch point and the system will create the report for us, and this way we can start seeing how the touch point performs, and then we can go and optimize the downloads area of the website so that we deliver an optimal experience there. All right, so let me shift gears back to the website and show you the revision history for page templates. Now we have a page template that has the logo on this template. Now let's go to the CMS and go to the design area where we have the page templates and take a look at this main page template. So right now we have a lot of templates, but we can see that most of them are not being used. There's this quantum template that's currently being used by 35 pages in 4 different sites. So if I open the template, what we're going to see is the logo and additional widgets that we have for the template. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I don't want to see the logo anymore across the website. So we want to temporarily hide the logo. So I'm just going to delete this logo and publish the template. Now, all the pages, all the 35 pages that are using the template no longer show the logo. So if I open the live website here, we should not see the logo. And if I open a different page, like the development page here, there's no logo. All right, so far so good. Now let's go to the actual template and go to revision history. We can see that we have several versions of that template. We're gonna go to the previous one, which has the logo, and I'm just gonna say revert to this version, publish, and here you go. We should now, if I refresh the page here, we should be able to see the Quantum logo back again across all the pages, and here it is. Now, the other feature around templates is for making the widgets editable on a page level. So here we have a template used for landing pages. So I'm going to open this landing template, and what we have here is a main widget. And if I go back, let's see, I'm going to go back to the templates, and I will show you real quick. So we have 3 pages: marketing campaign, test, demo campaign. Let's go to the demo campaign page. And this one looks good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go and find this page. I'll delete the marketing one here, delete this one, and let's find the demo campaign. So here's the demo campaign page. If I open the page right here, we see the content of the page, and then we see the widget here, Quantum. We deliver ideas, and this widget I cannot change it because it's coming from the template. But now if I go to back to the design area, and if I change that widget, so I'm gonna go to the settings of the widget and say I want to make this widget editable on pages. So I'm going to click here, and we see this label. The widget is now editable on the pages. Click publish, and we go back to the pages area. We'll find our demo campaign page right here. So on this page, now I have the ability to edit the widget, and let's say we deliver ideas all the time. I'll save this. I'll preview the page. Here's the message. Perfect. Now I'll publish it. And this demo campaign page was somewhere internal resources right here. And if I see it on the live website, here's the page. Now if I go back to the template, to the landing page template, now we have another label where we can see where this widget was edited or modified, and we see that the demo campaign page has a modified version of the widget. And if I attempt to delete this widget here, say delete, the system will tell me that there are other pages that have modified this widget, and if I delete it from here, this widget will be removed from the other pages as well. So we're not going to do that now. All right, now next, if we go on the website, just go here on the website, and under the company section we have events, and on the events page we have upcoming events and then past events, but we don't have an events calendar. So let's go and add an events calendar. So we're going to go back to the pages, find our events page, and on the events page we want to add a layout here using the Bootstrap layout elements that are available outside of the box. So I'm going to add a main column on top, and then the calendar widget, here it is. I'm just going to drag and drop here that calendar widget. And one thing to note here is we have on this calendar a lot more options than in our previous calendar widget that's based on web forms technology. And this calendar widget is using our Can-Do UI tools, the Can-Do UI Scheduler, which is another product, part of the Telerik development tools that we've used to benefit the Sitefinity widget here. And we can filter events by just an event. You can show the events by a different calendar if we wanted to. And if we go to the list settings, we can specify whether the week starts on a Monday or on a Sunday. Then we can go to change the view from a month view to an agenda view, and we want to allow the users to be able to do the same. We're going to use the list template, and then when somebody clicks on an event, we want to take them to the events page where they can read details about this event. So I'll save that. We change the view here. I can preview this for mobile devices. Let's see, iPhone 6, landscape view. Here's the calendar. Looks good. I can change the view to like a month view if I wanted to, right from here. It's fine. And I will hit publish. And now we just added an events calendar. And if I go on the live website and refresh the events page, we will see the calendar here. And you can see that we can also filter by different calendars on the right, like developers events, all events, marketing events. And where are all of these controlled? Well, they're controlled from the events module right here under content. We have different events. And then on the right, we have manage calendars. So I can go here and update the calendars. So I can add a new calendar, change the details of a given calendar. So if I open the properties, I can specify a color, add description, and so forth. All right, now next, since we have the website up and running, let's take a look at the performance diagnostics of this website to see how we're doing. So we're going to go to the administration diagnostics, and here we have some things that you may already seen, but then on the left we have the profilers that are currently turned off. So I'm going to enable them. So I'm going to start data profiling, the HTTP request, the background tasks, the compilations, and then the suggestions engine. So from here, now if I go to, let's say, page compilations, and I change the time right here, run the report, there's nothing. But what happens if I now go to the news page? And the news page is being compiled. If I open a news article, we're going to see the news details for this specific article. And if I go to the diagnostics of the website, and if I click pre-compilations again, I see that we've compiled two different pages, and those pages are on the front end. Notice that I can change this to front end or backend pages. Backend pages are the ones that we're currently working on within the administrative area, and then we can also choose a website if we have a multi-site instance. Now, looking at the news page, I can go to the details. I can see the ID of the page, when it started, view details. So from here, we can take a look at some execution details. We can see that majority of the time was based on page compilation. Then we have some SQL queries, some processing. Here are all the different queries that were executed to build that page. And if we go to the HTTP requests, we can see the performance. Some of the requests were slow, some were fast, based on a performance threshold of 1500 milliseconds. We can change that to 20 milliseconds and then run the report again. And as I go to and browse the website, we'll be collecting data, and the system will be analyzing that data. So we can be going to like different pages. We can go to the blog of the website. Here's the blog. We can open a blog post, and all this data is being collected. So if I refresh the HTTP requests here, let's see, 20 milliseconds, all sites run the report. And from here on, we can see some of the requests that were slow, and then we can further analyze to see what happened there. Then background tasks, we currently don't have anything. SQL queries, here you can look at all the SQL queries and how they were executed. In addition to that, you can have custom reports, and then if you go back to the overview, there's the insights where you can say show insights. And if you have enough data, the system would show you what you can do to optimize the performance of that website. And since we want to stop collecting data, we'll just stop the services right here and then say clear all data, and everything is cleared. All right, let's shift gears back to PowerPoint and talk about increasing the reusability of components and then reducing the time to market. So the new Add-Ons Framework that we're making available with this release is super important for building customizations to the CMS going forward, so that you can easily reuse those website themes, templates, functionality, and content across multiple website projects, as well as package those add-ons in a starter kit, so that when you want to create a new website, you don't have to start from scratch, and that starter kit can contain content, templates, and so forth. And in addition to that, we've also reduced the time it takes for the pages to get precompiled. It's 2 times faster now, so that's another benefit in regards to optimizing the performance and the whole website development cycle. Now, a little bit more about the Sitefinity add-on extensibility framework. The benefits of it are that it improves productivity, and its goal is to ultimately reduce the time it takes for you to develop new customizations, as well as maintaining those customizations in the future. With the focus on reusability, we also want to be more prescriptive when it comes to best practices of how developers need to build customizations to the CMS, so that those add-ons can be easily installed, uninstalled, and upgraded across tens to hundreds of to hundreds of different CMS instances. And if you look at the components of what consists an add-on, an add-on basically is a NuGet package that contains the standard NuGet requirements, as well as some Sitefinity specific data points and files. Here on the right, you can see everything in yellow is standard from NuGet, and then the blue is Sitefinity specific data and configurations that need to be added in order for you to create an add-on package. And an add-on can be anything that's in a DLL file, so any code. It can include widgets, templates, different modules, configurations, as well as any other files such as JavaScript files, CSS, and resource packages for the Feather UI framework. A lifecycle of an add-on is you typically prepare and create that add-on using Sitefinity CMS and Visual Studio. Then you publish the add-on to a NuGet repository. That NuGet repository could be private or public. And then from then on, you can install the add-ons in different Sitefinity instances and run them. And if you ever need to develop a new version of the add-on or have a new add-on, then you follow the same lifecycle. And here is the new administration area in the CMS, where you can create those add-ons, and then later on you'll be able to install them in a different place. Now, with this, I would like to conclude the overview of the Sitefinity 9.2 features and use it as a segue to digital business transformation, which people keep talking about now, and you can think of it as the next market trend. We had the mobile market trend, and we have the cloud computing market trend, and now it's all about digital transformation, where we actually use technology to enable the business and deliver services and products to our customers through digital properties. Now, digital transformation means a lot of things to different people, but for us, the focus of digital transformation is on transforming the customer experience, as well as helping IT drive operational efficiencies and make sure that they have all the processes necessary to support the business for achieving that optimal customer experience. And the reason organizations do that is to make more money. So they want to either target new market segments, new type of buyers, such as the millennials who are used to doing everything through digital means, or create new business models that were not possible before because of other limitations. Now, the impact of digital transformation is quite significant across multiple organizations, and every single company is impacted by it one way or another. Just to give you one quote from Gartner, stating that leading chief executive officers are saying that their digital revenue would almost double by 2020, and it will account to almost half of all the revenue that an organization gets. So we've been hearing about customer experience management and customer experience transformation, personalization for a long time. But what is the market reality still today? And this is what we hear from our customers and partners. Now, there's still the business problem where you have the poor customer experience, inconsistent brand presentation. Also, organizations are not able to meet the speed that is necessary to meet the market demands. Furthermore, there's the technology challenge that still exists. There's the infrastructure for supporting all the websites and different digital properties. Further, the IT resources are always strained. Technology typically is developed in silos. Different departments have different technology. Different markets tend to use multiple technologies, so that's fragmentation. Then also the marketing challenge can't really meet organizations are not able to meet the individual needs of their respective local markets. So if a global organization has a brand that's present in North America, in EMEA and APJ, which is the Asia Pacific region, then it's hard for the marketing team to be able to enable each of these regions to optimize the customer experience and to be productive. Therefore, there's a lot of costly rework and duplication of effort involved in all this. For example, if you want to develop some customization on the website in North America, then you have to pay somebody else to develop the same customization in Europe, just because there's not a good way for you to reuse and share components internally within the organization. And then the business impact of all of this is lost sales, lost revenue opportunities and customers. Then the poor brand experience has a further long-term impact, negative impact on the organization, and some organizations are ultimately displaced by competitors. Now, having said that, delivering optimal experiences is still very complicated. We have a lot of fragmented tool set. Here you can see all these companies are doing something in terms of providing technology, data services, and so on to help organizations deliver these optimal customer experiences. But then even if you manage to tie all your customer facing systems in one place and create a nice and engaging website that's connected to the backend systems and the different services that you provide, it's still very complicated, and by the time you launch it, it's already too late and you have to change it. So you need to be much more agile than what today's tools allow you to do so. And now, giving customers the right thing at the right time is where the Progress DigitalFactory comes in. Now, the Progress DigitalFactory is a cloud-based digital acceleration platform that helps organizations to engage with customers in the right way at the right time, driving better conversions, higher loyalty, and increased revenue. It does so by optimizing customer engagement across all the digital properties and channels. We track a comprehensive view of the customer journey and derive insights that further drive actions and help marketers prioritize their work and deliver this optimal customer experience, which is omnichannel. Unlike other solutions that are available on the market, we're not focused on just providing capabilities for the IT organization or the marketing organization. We're focused on bringing them together, and the way we're architecting our digital factory solution is so that IT and marketing can really collaborate through technology and not only solve technological problems, but use technology to solve business process problems in regards to operations management and other processes that they may have. Now, the main business challenge on a high level is the following. Now, we believe that creating and managing a few websites and mobile apps is relatively easy for most organizations nowadays. But crafting those digital properties at scale with speed, efficiency, proper governance, and security, all while delivering a consistent, personalized customer experience, well, that's a major challenge. And it's very hard today to do. DigitalFactory addresses these challenges so that you can focus on delivering business results. Let's take a look at the platform architecture of the DigitalFactory. Now, on one side, we have the marketing. And marketing is concerned with managing the customer experience and delivering an omni-channel engagement across web, mobile, email, social, even IoT. We offer capabilities such as content management, audience management capabilities, experience personalization, optimization, and digital commerce. By the way, the asterisk here is for things that we offer integration with best-of-breed solutions or an API for it. Now, on the other side, we have the technology side, and this is where the IT organization typically has to operate. And all they're concerned with is digital operations. How do they support the demands of the business? How do they create those sites and portals, different web and mobile apps? The capabilities and the different use cases that we provide here for the IT on the technology side are great extensibility. Even though we're a cloud-based solution, there's a ton of extensibility and freedom to innovate, and multiple APIs that you can take advantage of. There's continuous delivery and DevOps, which are baked into the solution, as well as all the developer productivity tools that we're typically known for. And all this with a centralized sites and apps management capabilities from a single platform interface. Now, at the bottom of all of this, we have customer analytics and data integration capabilities, business rules automation, and security, governance, and compliance are baked into everything that we do, so that we can achieve marketing and IT collaboration and execution on a global scale. Some of the use cases for the DigitalFactory are use cases that you may already be familiar with today, but you're solving those use cases with on-premise solutions or using multiple solutions. Now, for experience management, we have content management capabilities, as I said, audience management, experience personalization, optimization, so that you can truly deliver a contextual experience across channels to your customers. Then from a sites management perspective, you can not only manage multiple sites from a single code base, but now you can manage multiple CMS instances. Each of those instances is a separate code base. And be able to create websites just by pointing and clicking without having to spend a lot of time configuring environments or developing customizations. We want to really enable website creation to be a lot faster, especially taking advantage later on with the Add-Ons Framework that we've delivered. And then on the enterprise mobility side, we have capabilities that can help you build consumer mobile apps that can be connected to the website, and you can share content between the website and the mobile apps. You can build line of business mobile apps. You can connect to or use our own mobile backend services. And then we have mobile DevOps capabilities, such as getting feedback from your users, as well as provisioning those mobile applications internally and sending new versions of the app to just beta testers as just a segment of your users, and getting crash analytics reporting so that you don't get bad reviews on the marketplaces and you truly understand where an application may be crashing. Now, let's take a look at a more technical overview of the whole DigitalFactory platform. We have the cloud infrastructure, which is based on Amazon Web Services. Here is where we provide maintenance, scalability, the service level agreement is here, security and compliance, all baked into the foundation of the solution. Then we have what we call a tenant portal, and this is what we provision for each of our end customers. Currently, you can see Progress Software as an example. Then the administrative portal is where most of the customers and partners would be interacting with. This is where you can manage multiple accounts. You can adjust your company branding. And this is where the authentication services, support for Active Directory is included. We have the ability later on to do the original deployments, billing, upgrades, and then the marketplace and governance are coming. We furthermore have the account instance. So when you create an account, you can then get that instance of the CMS within that account, develop locally. You have the DevOps capabilities there, the health monitoring, the audit trails, backups, and recovery. Furthermore, we have within each account, we have the website capabilities, the mobility capabilities, and the customer analytics capabilities that are tightly integrated within that account. And for all of this, we have a layer of technical support, professional services that can be delivered by our partners, and we have trainings and certifications, account management, customer success management, and so on. So it's a truly comprehensive offering that takes advantage of the cloud, and we have a solution that's hybrid in a sense that we take advantage of software as a service aspects of it, for example, the mobility software as a service, but then the websites and the CMSs are sort of multi-instance cloud-based approach that we've taken there, where you can really customize the code base and you have access to the actual code. Now, let's take a look at a quick demo of the DigitalFactory. So we will go into the administration portal, where we can see all of our different accounts here. I'm logged in as myself. We have the settings, where we can monitor who has access to this. We can change the email templates that get sent out when you invite somebody to be able to manage accounts. And then we have the different accounts here. So if I open the Quantum demo account, we can see just the ID of that account. We can also see the people who have access to this account. And if I go back, now creating a new account, I'm just going to do this for testing purposes, but let's say we want to say Quantum Partners and provision a new account. I'll put my email here. And here we have the identity providers. Click next. Now, the way we license the DigitalFactory, especially on the website front, is very simple. We're only using page views as a metric, page views per month. And from here, let's say my website will have 200,000 page views per month. I want to have 2 different websites, actually 3 different websites within that CMS instance. My commitment period is for 12 months. Then I click next. Here's my summary, and then I click create account. And now this is creating my account. So if I go to one of the settings, and I'm going to open the portal address where we can enter here, let me log in, where we can manage those accounts. So from here, we are now logged into the account interface, where we have on the top websites. And this is the CMS capabilities of the DigitalFactory, which is powered by Sitefinity CMS. And Sitefinity CMS is the product name that we are going to use for our on-premise content management capabilities. And then DigitalFactory would be our name that we're going to use for the products that are cloud-based and part of the DigitalFactory integrated solution. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different websites. We have the same. So before I was showing you the Quantum website on-premise right here. So all this was available on-premise on my local machine, and this is now in the cloud. So from here, we see that the CMS interface is just slightly modified, but we have the same dashboard that we are used to. We have the pages area, where we can take a look at the different website pages. So here's here are the pages, and if I open the home page, for example, you will see that it's exactly the same experience as you may be already familiar with if you're using Sitefinity CMS. So here we have the widgets on the right and everything, the layouts. Furthermore, we have the content types. We've just changed the the interface a little bit for the content types. Right here we have the news, blogs, events, and so forth. And what we are limited here is we are limited in terms of settings. And the reason we're limited in terms of settings is because most of the settings we don't recommend changing them in the cloud environment, but you should work with them in your local environment. So what do I mean now? So if we go to the, let's see here, so we have the websites, and I can switch between staging and live environments here, and those are two separate sets of servers for the websites. So if I go to administration and environments and deployment, we can see that we have a staging environment, we have a live environment, and then we have a log of the different deployments that happened. Here I can roll back to a previous version, I can make a backup, or I can restore from a backup. And then on the live environment is the same. So if I click on the staging deploy new version, I can choose a package, which is a zip file to upload to my staging environment. Furthermore, we have the different versions for the environments. Then we have the database backups that are automatically done, or you can do a manual backup. So you can say make a backup. You can back up the live environment, the staging environment. So if you want to back up the live environment, currently is being in process. You can upload the SSL certificate, and then you can download the license key for the content management system for Sitefinity in order for you to develop locally, because the workflow is you take the CMS locally, you develop the website, then you upload it to our staging environment, and then from the staging environment you move it to production. And within team is you can give access to the people who can manage that account and who are the ones that have access to that code base. Nobody else would have access to it. Now here you can see that I have multiple accounts that I have access to, and the one that we just created is Quantum Partners that we're gonna go to in a little bit. Another thing that I wanted to show you is, let me switch to the live environment here, is the apps capability. So if we go to apps, we have a Quantum app right here. And this mobile app is very basic at the moment. It just has a home screen and the ability for us to log in. And what if we wanted to add news articles from the website? Well, we know that the website has news articles, and we just click on Add a View. Now we've integrated the mobile capabilities with the website automatically, so that under content I can see all my content types that are coming from the website, and here are the news items. So I can just click news items, and here's the Sitefinity data service provider for this. I have many configuration options. I can enable people to edit these news items and so forth. But if I click apply, just to show you real quick, from here we're going to add a view for the news articles, and I will authenticate here as myself, and as soon as I log in, see the home view, and then here are the news articles that are coming from the live environment of the website. And if I switch to a staging environment, I'll see the content that's coming from the staging environment. So if I click on an article here, I can see the details for this article. And another thing that I can do is I can say enable create screen, and what this means is that now, since I'm logged in, and if I have permissions, I'll be able to create new news articles right from the mobile application. So here we have an ability to add an item from right here. All right, and then if you can change the theme of the actual application using just point and click. And developers can dig into the code because everything is built into the cloud. And from here, just to give you an idea, we can go to the data providers. And if I open the data provider, here we see the API address of the websites. And this is to the live environment. So this is to the live site, and then the second source is to the staging environment. Right here we have the ability to send push notifications to the mobile app users, by enabling them from here. Here's the ability to get feedback from the users and allow them to just shake the phone and send the feedback to you, straight to you. Another thing that is very important that we've done is we've brought together the websites and the mobile apps into a single solution that shares users across both. So under settings here, we are going to see different user files, feeds, and here are the users and the roles. So all your website users, they can automatically log into the mobile application. And if they register to the mobile application, then they can go out and log in on the website, and you don't have to do any development. We have a common user identity management solution for that. And then once you're done with the mobile applications, we have the ability to distribute this mobile app to the different marketplaces, such as the Apple App Store, as well as the Android Play marketplace. Another thing that, let's see here, another thing that I wanted to go and show you is if we go to the partners account that I just created, here is the welcome screen. Now I have the ability to migrate an existing Sitefinity website straight to the cloud, where I can start with the default setup. So if I click to start with the default setup, now this will take about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's currently processing. And what's happening is it is making sure that we have everything in place in regards to the Sitefinity package that we're starting the website from, whether the security credentials are set up. It's setting up the different environments on Amazon, the staging servers, the production servers. Everything is highly available. So, and once this is done, we're going to be able to see an environment like that, where we can start creating new websites within that code base and start working with the content management system. All right, so let me just go back to PowerPoint, because there's a lot more to cover. Now, to recap, DigitalFactory offers centralized site and application management solution that helps reduce or eliminate infrastructure management and complexity. It offers easy content creation and reuse. We take a content-first approach with a strong focus on reuse of templates with add-ons that eventually are going to be part of a marketplace that's going to be available on DigitalFactory. And then we have the blended industry-leading mobility, where mobility is part of the solution, so it's already cloud-first, mobile-first. Furthermore, we're having the ability to create cross-platform mobile applications for iOS and Android using JavaScript with NativeScript, and those will be truly native mobile applications for great performance. The customer journey optimization capabilities are there. You can use the customer analytics capabilities of Digital Experience Cloud to get a single view of the customer. And we also have a solution for business automation, business rules called Corticon, that can be deployed on premise, and it's typically is a service that you can install anywhere, and you can have the website talk to that service to provide self-service portal capabilities, or the ability for you to process quote requests or do insurance recommendation plans or eligibility for government programs, for example. And then everything comes with security, governance, and compliance baked into the solution, with the necessary extensibility and DevOps, so that you have the freedom to innovate and build the functionality that is very specific to your needs. So why choose DigitalFactory? Well, there's 6 different reasons to do so, starting from productivity, where you can unlock the full potential of marketers and developers with a solution that's designed for maximum productivity and great usability with addictive user experience. Then we have the full power of the cloud, where we enable the marketing and the IT to work together in a single cloud-based platform. IT can also get visibility of all the websites that are going on across the organization. The mobility piece is already baked into it, and developers can easily deliver truly native mobile experiences and line of business apps for iOS and Android built with technology that they already know, which is JavaScript, thanks to our framework that we call NativeScript. And by the way, native script is open source, so you can go Google it and find more information online if you're interested. The scale, efficiency, and the results are the benefits that we deliver to the business in a unique way. The scalability challenge is we allow you to create multiple code bases quite quickly and easily. With the efficiency is thanks to the add-ons, you can reuse components as well as skill set, and you don't have to pay for the development of the same functionality on all your websites multiple times. And then our customer analytics allow you to get results and see what works and what doesn't. Now, just to quickly compare the cloud-based offering of the DigitalFactory to the Sitefinity CMS on-premise offering. And this, by the way, does not include a comparison on the features. We still have some limitations in the cloud-based solution compared to the CMS on-premise solution when it comes to some of the features. But in general, from the offering, you can see that the DigitalFactory is a high availability environment with staging and production environments already set up for you, with the continuous delivery process set up between those. You have the ability to manage multiple code bases from a single platform. CDN, SSL, web application firewall, denial of service attacks, and network level attack protection is all baked into the solution, configured from the very first moment you start using it. So nothing to worry about in terms of setting up these things and maintaining them and making sure they work. Compared to the on-premise option, you have to do everything yourself, which is expensive. It takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of risk associated with it because it takes a lot of skilled people in order to get things right for each of these different aspects. We will provide automatic backups for the cloud-based solution with proactive health monitoring and error logging. Down the road, we aim to provide automatic CMS upgrades. Currently, customers are responsible for making their own upgrades with every cloud-based release. And the SLA on application level that we are providing is 99-95%. And then the marketplace for private and public add-ons will be based on the Sitefinity Add-On Framework, and that's coming sometime next year. So thank you very much for your attention. Thanks for attending the webinar. And in regards to next steps, you can get in touch with us or get a trial from sitefinity.com/try. You can learn more about the DigitalFactory at progress.com/digitalfactory. Now let me see if I can address a couple of questions since we're almost out of time.